So good evening. Today is 2016, February 13th, and I'm just north of the Philadelphia area. We're just having some kind of Arctic blast. And so today, of course, I'm in my Nissan Leaf, and it's very cold outside. You can even see my battery temperature there. It's low. I decided to take a trip from my home, which is about 40 miles north of the city, and I went to go visit my sister early in the day. And the drive there is relatively easy, and the drive back is relatively easy, but with this being such a cold day, I wasn't really sure what would happen. I just wanted to make the report that even in this very, very cold, now you can see I'm about 5 miles from my house right now, and I only have 16 miles left on my range guessometer, as some people like to call it. So it worked out pretty well for my need. I only had to use the heater. Well, I only agreed with myself to use the heater for about 5 minutes before I got back in the car, because I do have my daughter with me, and it heated the car up just fine. And I do think it took about 10 to 15 miles completely away from my range. So even though this being such a very cold day, it worked out rather well. So I wanted to share the shining report, and just to let everybody know, I had a really fantastic experience at Montgomeryville Nissan the other day. I had my inspection done for the year, and they didn't find anything glaring that I would not pass inspection, but there was a very small recall on the brake system, and I didn't know if that was related to what happened to me before. And they said that they only issued the recall about 1 month ago, and it's very new. So they did that to the brake system, and he said it had to do with a small part as part of the computer module. So they updated it, and they gave me a cabin air filter and an alignment, and I was supposed to go in and pay, I don't know, it was maybe a total of about $65 for the cabin air filter and the alignment. And what happened was I showed up, and the woman said, "Oh, we actually owe you $13. And I was confused, and I said, "Well, I was expecting to pay this. It's what the gentleman told me on the phone." And she said, "Well, actually, we started a rewards program, and for every time I stop in or I place an inquiry or I do things, they put money into a savings account for me since I'm a customer." And I had no clue that this was going on for the life that I owned the car. And she just briefly explained that things that I do over at Nissan puts money in the savings account from the dealership. So essentially my cabin air filter and my alignment were paid for, and I got out of there with a completely free inspection with a couple of updated items. So I was thrilled. So I had that really nice review to leave. I'll probably bounce this video over to their Facebook site. So far I'm a very highly satisfied Leaf customer, and I love Nissan. I've just had a lot of very good experiences at this point. So anyways, take care, everybody, if you're here in this cold. And man, I saw those temperatures up in Canada. I hope everybody's doing fine and keeping warm. Okay, take care.